Now, I don't know why we continue to throw taxpayer money at this activism, because there's plenty of people online willing to do it for free, including this lady.
The 26th is coming up, and a lot of people might be wondering, why am I talking about the 26th? What does this have to do with anything? If you have the same energy towards Free Gaza because you understand it's a genocide, then you need to have the same passion towards the country that you're living in or the one that you're currently staying in. This country is built off that as well. This 26th is not a good day and it shouldn't be celebrated. And the people who do celebrate it, it's kind of past the point of you not understanding. Like, it's all over social media. Everyone is aware that it is not a day to celebrate. So please respect the original owners of this land. And if you see that, you know, some of your friends are going or something like that, don't join them. Educate them.
There you go. Educate them, Colleen. That's the catch cry. Apparently, if you're educated, then you hate yourself, you hate your country, and you hate Australia Day.
Exactly. And I wonder whether that would constitute hate speech under these new laws.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, this is just another example of, you know, the negativity that people are completely sick of. We were and we still are the lucky country. Part of that has come from having a positive and optimistic psyche. And that's what we want to celebrate. We have every reason to be proud of who we are and every reason to celebrate it. And I think the average Australian is not listening to that stuff anymore, quite frankly.
Now, an internal document that the West Australian Labor government tried to keep secret has revealed a startling revelation about the gender clinic at the Perth Children's Hospital. The document reveals that the gender clinic will connect interested under 18 patients with private surgeons for a mastectomy, double mastectomy, while stressing the personal responsibility of the girl and her family for that choice. That was a report from The Australian. Stephanie, that is disturbing to read. Do we know at what age young, confused girls in this country are having their healthy breasts removed?
Yeah, it's a very disturbing story indeed. We don't have clear data on this because the government doesn't keep the records for the reason, I imagine, that the public would be outraged. We know that girls as young as 15 have spoken about in Australia having a double mastectomy, and we also know the Daily Mail reported in 2023 that there was a clinic in Queensland willing to perform it on girls as young as 13 with a referral. So this is definitely a thing. But I mean, this is why we need a national inquiry in conjunction with the states, because the states are doing different things. They've got their own guidelines that are informed by the Australian standards of care. And it's all very hush-hush. There's no mandatory reporting. There's no mandatory follow-up. And it's really dark. I saw something very recently where a mother who was a new mother, thankfully she had been able to conceive a child after going down the path of transitioning and coming back. And she was sharing her experience of her milk coming in, having had a double mastectomy, and not being able to feed her baby. I mean, these are the real devastating consequences of these treatments, even if it's an adult, a young person. The question is whether they're able to actually consent to these treatments, like Mel Jeffrey, who is also suing the clinicians and the Monash Clinic that performed a double mastectomy on her. You're dealing with vulnerable people that often have other struggles with mental health. So I don't think Albo's taking it seriously enough. I don't think his inquiry is going to look at any of these things, but hopefully with more pressure in 2026, we can see some change.
We need a national inquiry. We need transparency. That's what we don't have in this country. We need some transparency in how many of these surgeries are being performed, at what ages. These are irreversible surgeries. Some of these girls are left infertile after this, and they're making that decision as confused teenagers. It is just an appalling state of affairs. Colleen Harkin, Stephanie Bastian, thank you so much for your time tonight.